I always been that type of kid. That type of kid to find somebody better than leave her cause of all the pressure. Niggas think it's really funny when they play around. See a chick cause she dick, tell her slow it down. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Eagles Love Podcast. I'm your host, James, and this is my wonderful co-host,
Ryan.
And today, me and Brian are going to talk about what we plan to do for college in terms of relationships and stuff like that. After spring break is over, we'll have 1 month left of, or at least for me, I think it's a little less of a month for Brian. We're going to be done with high school.
May 21st.
Okay, we're on the same. So I get a week out. I leave a week after he does. And we just could talk about, life, kind of mixture of everything, how everything is folding. But without further ado, we have a break, and we'll be back shortly. Let's give a special sponsor, Springfield Best One, Springfield Beast Stone. Check her out. Check out her Instagram. Springfield Best One. She also got a YouTube channel, Bonnie Stone. Check out her music. It's mad good. And I'm actually in this music video, so go check it out. I'm right there. And make sure you go watch their podcast too. Bonnie Stone and Miss Phenom, Crushing the Culture. And make sure y'all go watch their videos. Watch, and follow her on Instagram. So today, we don't have guests today, unfortunately, but today we're gonna be talking about. Brian came up with the idea, talking about what we're gonna do for college and stuff. So I guess I'll go first. Last Saturday, I committed to Westfield State University, so I'll be spending the next 4 years there. And over the course of the week, I've been meeting a lot of people from my school through like a group Facebook page, which is really nice. So I met like a lot of people and stuff, and some people reached out to me. So it's pretty cool. My advice would be, when you go to college, or when you know what college you want to go to, or you're just like still deciding, join those like Facebook groups if you haven't already. I only joined one because I wanted to go to where I knew I was committing to,
I'm part of one too, so it's
I actually, Brian put me onto them. Really, he was meeting all these people, and I was like, bet, I committed, and I've been meeting a lot of people. I feel like, not just, I know we talk about relationships and stuff, but to build friendships over time, just like join them. If you're nervous about like the whole college thing and going to college, join those Facebook groups, and because they'll be with you for the next 4 years. They're on the same path, different.
It's not just that, but I also use this app called Zeme, which connected me with a lot of different people. That's actually how I technically got started.
Yeah. I've never heard of that app. Brian's been talking about it a lot, but personally I haven't heard of it a lot. But definitely the Facebook thing, and then Zoomy, you said?
Zeme.
So yeah, definitely do that. You will build great friendships. And don't just look for people who have your major. Look for people outside your major, because they could be really great friends and resources when you graduate. For example, like if you're friends with someone who ends up becoming a cop, they could get you out of a speeding ticket, or a lawyer, you know what I'm saying? So it's always great. Like, Brian's gonna major in something totally different from me. He hasn't decided that yet, but when he does, he could be a great resource for me, So it's always great to have friendships and certain relationships going to college. And resources are there. So I went to a virtually accepted day today. I spent 2.5 hours doing it. It was really nice. Do that kind of stuff before you go. Meet new people, meet new faces, meet your teachers, meet your professors, stuff like that. It'll be beneficial to you, and they're there to help you. But the one thing about college that I feel like a lot of people might struggle with is the independency. Your parents are not really going to be there. They're not really going to be there. Colleges aren't going to look out. Like, reach out to your parents. They're gonna reach
Yeah.
out to you.
One thing you have to focus on when you're in college: time management.
Yeah.
And yeah, you have to look after yourself because you're technically an adult in college. So it's like you have to do all the big boy stuff now.
And what Brian is, he's have more independence than me because he's not gonna live here. Like he's not gonna be near his parents. He's gonna be out, and you can say it, Brian, if you want.
Well, I'm UMass Dartmouth, and I'll be about 2 hours away from home.
And he's living on campus, so he can't be like, if he shows up late to class, they're not gonna call you his parents. They're like, okay, whatever. Like it's really, I think what's hard is gonna be kind of hard for me is this is the end. If you want independence, this is a huge test going into college. If you haven't really reached that yourself, it's gonna be a lot. And today we're gonna talk about more or less how can you balance trying to do relationship and school. I know we haven't got to college yet, but to get an insight from today and just to reiterate, I'll jump into it. You can, but you can't. Like if you're going to college single, like I've said, and you're up to this point, you like somebody, go for it, but just know like time management is a huge thing. Like if you have class, you guys have in between classes, you want to do work together, that's cool, but make sure you're managing your time right. College, you gotta think of it, it's an investment for your future self. You're paying for it at the end of the day, whatever, your parents, whatever. It's being paid for. It's your education that you're learning. So you need to take that into account. Should I waste it all away, focus on a relationship? No, I wouldn't do that. But my plan going into college is meeting new people, meeting new friends. And if relationship happens, it happens. I'm not going to force it. I'm not going to particularly look for it. I'm just going to focus on school and focus on my studies. I think that's what everybody should do. Let things come to you. Like I said, build friendships because they could be good friends in the future, good resources for you to use, and you could be resources for them. Right now, I'm going to major in movement science, which I'm going to have a concentration in physical education to be a gym teacher. I don't know if I can help you, but I can still be a resource. If, I worked at a school and you wanted to be a teacher, I could say, hey, look, this person wants to be a teacher here. Can you get them in? Little stuff like that. But my plan is just, enjoy college. Don't prioritize it on a relationship. If you prioritize it looking for a girl, you may find it, but you're not going to enjoy college as a whole. But that's my piece. Brian, you go ahead and say what you want to say.
All right, this will be a little bit. So I am currently single, just like James. I had a girlfriend not long ago, but and the things that it's probably best. It was probably best anyway. And I'll be going to college single, and obviously I leave about mid-August, and I'll be 2 hours away. I'm gonna have to look after myself now, and I'd say main things I'll be looking for in college is meeting new friends, making new friends, meeting all new people, getting involved in the community, all that kind of stuff. And in terms of a girlfriend, I'd say I'm just like James. If it comes, it comes. It'll be nice. There's a lot of, different people there. But I'd say it just comes as it goes. And I'll obviously have to manage my time because I'll be having to do schoolwork. I was saying to do a couple activities, club sports, all that kind of stuff. Obviously, be in the gym a lot there. So just a lot of things. Honestly, in my perspective, a girlfriend would be a plus. But at the same time, you're going to want to manage your time and make sure a relationship doesn't prevent you from passing or even doing well in your first year of college.
Yeah, and that's what Steven said, I think a few weeks ago. Brian, correct me if I'm wrong. I really don't exactly remember exactly what he said, but if you do find somebody, right, make sure they drive you to be what you want to be in life.
Mm-hmm.
Don't try to make sure they're motivating you to like stay on top of your schoolwork, focus on your dreams, what you want to accomplish. Because if they don't do that, like they're not good for you. You know what I'm saying? I know Brian's gonna be living on campus in his dorms. I'm not living on dorms. I'm commuting, but I want to say my piece on that. Brian could say what he's gonna do. Uh, there might be some nights I I would crash at my friend's place. I believe you can do that, but you can't do it like a lot. But just to get that little experience, it will be harder for me to, I guess, go to my girl's dorm when I'm not doing any classes. I guess, but in terms of that, I wouldn't do it. It's I would say that's gonna complicate your whole situation. Um, try to keep your head clear when you're going to college. Keep your head clear. Come with the mindset, I want these goals, I'm gonna accomplish them. You know, if I can't accomplish them with this girl that I have or this guy that I have, don't do it. You know what I'm saying? But for me, I'm commuting, so I'm gonna be focused on going to and from school, going home, going back and forth. Um, and one other thing that they told me was when you do your mate, when you do like, so 75% is gonna be in person and 25% is gonna be virtual. So I know that they said, okay, I asked what can I do? Am I gonna go back home? I said, where can I go and to do the virtual classes? And what was it called? Do them like in a place where you know you can focus and everything. So think about that. Like, oh, I'm just gonna go over my girls' dorm. No, go to like a library, study whatever, take part in clubs. You're gonna meet new friends doing that. I think that's really important. I forgot what they said about a commuter. What's the benefits? I think the clubs is one of them. Try to find something to do. You know, enjoy your time there. Um, that's what I would have to say about commuter. God, you could go, Brian.
All right, so obviously my way of going to college is obviously a lot different from James because I'll be on campus and I'll be far away from home. And in terms of like access to everything, I, I mean, for me, for as a freshman going to a dorm, my campus has brand new dorms of just a matter of 2 years being built, and and these dorms they're solely freshmen, which means all the freshmen will be in like on the it's only freshmen in the buildings, and a lot of people who are in there they have obviously roommates, and it's just it'll be a lot easier to like make friends, go around, meet people on your floor. And then in like terms of a girlfriend, it's obviously easier because you can just go around. And obviously, my campus is just a big circle, so there's a lot of things around there. It just makes it easier. Beach is 15 minutes from campus. There's a huge, like a lot of plazas outside of campus, strip malls, all that kind of stuff. So more or less, in terms of a relationship, it will be a nice place to do it. But as like James said, even when there's times to have fun in college, but at the same time, focus on your studies because you're paying for your education, and you don't want that to go to waste because you don't want to come home one day and or rather fail out your first year of college, come home and have thousands of dollars wasted for nothing.
And me and Brian know we do not want to go to our dads with that. We can't. We really can't. We can't say that we're failing. And part of the thing with college is the school doesn't tell you, their parents, that you're failing. That's how like more of an independent it is. You're an adult. Another thing I could point out too
Don't
is,
let, don't let distractions fool you while in college because you're yourself. You have freedom from your parents, but that does not mean you have freedom from your own responsibilities.
and your consequences too.
Mm.
I know that they said don't expect your roommates to be your best friends. Go into it thinking that you're living with them, and then if you guys become best friends, then that's a plus. I already know if me and Brian were roommates, that we'd be off the chain. It would be
Yeah.
mad dope. But me and Brian are probably different people when it comes to how we my teacher gave an example, like if Brian's trying to study and I'm playing video games, I'm gonna distract him, you know what I mean? And he's not gonna want to go to like a library or whatever. He wants to study in his own dorm or whatever. We don't me and Brian, we're close, but to an extent, like we've never had a sleepover, so we don't know how like we'd be able to live together. We probably hate each other and not be friends anymore. But when you're going into like that situation, don't expect your roommate to be your best friend. Expect them to be your acquaintance or just someone you're living with. I know you can fill out surveys to kind of determine who.
Here's another thing too, that obviously something I read. When it comes to your roommate, it's good to be friends with them, but don't become too buddy with them. Because what will end up happening is that you'll get too comfortable with each other, and everything it'll just turn to ruckus in the dorm. Things will get messy. It's just
Yeah. See, I wouldn't do dorm. I didn't do dorm as part of the reason why I was living so close to school, but not close, but close enough. I didn't want the idea of like the size of the dorm, I think, is a little smaller than my room, and I didn't want to share it with another person. And plus, I'd have to worry about them making the room messy, not being able to like get stuff done, and I just didn't want to go in that interpretation. But if I was going somewhere like farther, I'd have to live on campus, and I would enjoy it. I'd make the best out of it. I've grown up wanting to live on campus, but that wasn't a necessity for me. It was more of like a choice. It was more of like, okay, if I don't go, I'm okay with it. I've contemplated for a while now. A couple months ago, I think a period of time where I just didn't want to go to college, and I thought of the college experience I was going to miss out, the friends I was going to meet, the connections I was going to have. You know, I said college is something. I don't want this to be too long, so I'll say one last point, and Brian can go to after. In terms of college, all right. If you are also debating on whether to go to college, here's one thing you gotta understand. I had to come to terms with myself was I wanted to do real estate. I'm still gonna do real estate. If I didn't go to college, I know that I would have to rely on real estate. I couldn't do anything else, whatever. And I wouldn't have a degree to fall back on. College, you're gonna have debt. Nobody's gonna get a full ride unless you're an athlete or somehow you get a full ride. I don't know any other way. But you said what?
Or you're just a genius.
Yeah, insane genius. But I had to come to ropes with it. Like I'm gonna have to go to college and get a degree. And my thing is this: you can go to college and you can skip college and do something else, but just know that you're missing out on that. Probably potentially could be the best 4 years of your life. You're not only buying into your future, but you're buying into an experience that you can never gain again. Like you can't get again. You can always go back to college, but I would say if you're really debating on it, when it all comes to end, do what you want to do in life. Like I've always said, have fun with life, live your life the way you want to. But I don't want you to regret not going to college. And think of it like this too. I can always go to college. If you're 30 years old, all your friends are at their peak of their life. You're now just going to college to get a degree, or if you're like 25 or whatever, your friends graduated already. Just remember that. And I don't mean to say that, but like, remember, like, as Brian is growing, I'm growing. We're probably going to be successful around the same time. Maybe Brian's successful at it, but you know, we're at the same level. I just think that I'm not trying to still go into college, but I think it's a really good investment to be a part. If you want to have a successful life, college is probably one of the best choices to start that. I've had to come to grips with that. I didn't want to go to college, but missing out on the experiences and connections, I just didn't want to lose that, and I wanted to go. That's my last point. Brian, you can go ahead.
Now, pretty much, James, you've pretty much summed up everything I want to say, but I'll mention one thing about relationships in college.
Yeah.
And that is when going into college, I know like there's a lot of, like, even in my school or the school I'm going to, there's a lot of girls, they obviously have boyfriends and stuff like that. And though it's great whenever, and like even going into college, some of those last and it turns out it's very happy and stuff like that. But I read in a book that
Don't say the naked roommate. Is it
no,
that book?
no, it's a different one.
Okay.
But I read that going into college with a boyfriend or girlfriend is not always the best decision, regardless if you're going to the same college or if you're going to a different college and still dating. It's what I read. It's not the best idea because if you're going to different colleges, you'll drift apart. You obviously meet new people and you might get associated with those people, and it'll be hard to stay loyal and have that trust still be there. And even with going to the same college, it's still not the best option because you got even if you guys hang out together, you'll drift farther apart because you'll start to really realize who each of you truly are and like how each of you truly act in your true personalities and show your true colors. And when it comes to that, you'll lose that trust and it won't be that adequate. So I'd say going into college, in my opinion, it's best to go in single because you'll be able to experience more and you have less to worry about.
Yeah, that's definitely great to sum it up too. I know what y'all might be asking, how's this the future of the series gonna last up until college? We don't know. I think that's something that me and Brian got to talk about. I mean, we just got to see how college is going to be. I would definitely want to continue this, especially what I'm going through and what Brian's going through in terms of relationships. We're obviously going to keep each other posted, but in terms of the future of the Yourself podcast, um, I'm not going to say it's ending soon. We do got, I know I got a second, what's it? Unfiltered series, second one, which will be about my school, within the coming months. I think that would be out in like June. We're doing some more features. This summer, we're going to be on vacation a little bit. We might take a break from the show. I'm not sure yet what our future plans are, but in terms of before college, we're going to probably get some episodes out for you guys for sure. But all I can say is I love doing this. I'm gonna find a way to do it. If I don't post, it's because I really cannot do it. I'm getting my second wisdom teeth taken out next week. I'm gonna get an episode out for you guys. I love posting for you all. The people that do watch, like I say, I'm always appreciative of it. You guys are amazing. The support that I get, the people who say they watch it, they say it's good. I truly, dear to my heart, I appreciate it. This wouldn't be possible without you guys. I really want it. The support that we're getting.
Very appreciative, and we thank you a lot.
I didn't expect this, from the beginning, but I'm very glad. Hopefully, when we get to college, we get a bigger audience. But I love doing this. You guys are amazing. Keep coming with questions. We would love to answer them. There's actually a Google Forms link. I haven't mentioned it in my in the bio for YouTube, our YouTube channel. If you just click the bio, you can request to be on the show. There is a slot where you could write the question. It might be under like, what would you say in this podcast? But if you just want to ask a question. We won't say your name if you don't want your name to be mentioned. But like I said, you guys make the show. We just do this, and I really hope this helps you guys. This is informative. But that's it for today. It's been a pleasure doing this for you guys. I know I'm saying this a little weird. No, I love you guys. You guys are great. You guys who watch it. But that's it for today. Like we just summed it up. But like I always say, stay safe, stay blessed. And peace out, guys.